Hey, good morning, Debbie.
Sorry, I'm here. I wanted to go and get my vacuum and make it stop.
Oh,
Um, you stay there, Ben. You charge. I'll tell you when to start.
yeah, we're live right now. Uh,
Morning, morning, everyone.
good morning, Mustang Mike Bambi. I know she's doing a live right now. Good morning, damn it, Mandy. Again, McCobb, Jenny, Chantel Gucci, Gwen, Party Rock, Sweet Potato. Guys, it's been a hell of a week. For me, being back in the office for the first time. And it's been a hell of a week for our fucking country right now. Um, God damn, this shit is bad. Good morning, Drea. Wisco gal, good morning. Whoo, Debbie,
Yes.
do you see all these fucking raids? Hi, Marty, that's going on. Do you see how people's rights are being trampled on?
Okay. Okay. Uh-huh.
This is
You,
ridiculous.
no,
But this
that's
is
it.
what they, oh, he's not going to do that. He's not going to, oh my God.
Why are you letting this raise your pressure?
Do you know when I read that they're
Uh-huh.
ruling on whether to give support to religious charter schools? They're trying
Uh-huh.
to, girl,
Uh-huh. But this is the pro-life party, right? After birth, after you give birth, the being is alive, and as much support as it needs in utero it needs after it's been born. So it fail. I have given up on trying to understand people who are so concerned about a child in utero and then toss it to the wolves once it's born.
I
Okay.
want to look at this. I actually want to take a look at this raid that they did on this seafood store. Girl. And then when they
Hmm.
raided an immigration attorney's office, what the
Uh-huh.
fuck?
Well, it's just like with women's health care. When you're going to your doctor for a private consultation regarding your reproductive health and what you want to do, and they pass laws to go after your private doctor for helping you because that's he's a medical professional and it's no longer private. And it's just like, oh, they're getting in cahoots with their guest from the inauguration, the owner of Meta, who it seems to have been found on his two premier social media sites, Facebook and Instagram. They are blocking providers pages
Yep.
who offer
Birth
the
control.
abortion pill. Yeah,
Yep.
and birth control. So,
Yep.
how does it feel, women, to be second class citizens again? Yeah, yeah. Feels good,
All
huh?
these mofos have voted for this. Oh my God. Girl, the words. I'm at work and I'm just looking around. And I'm like, and then when you see the only company that I've seen that has pushed back and will
Mhm.
not do the DEI while reversing it, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, is
Mhm.
Costco.
I think Costco and BJ's. But you
Well, I
saw
didn't see
Target got on the
BJ.
bandwagon
Yep,
yesterday and said, yeah, we rolling back some of our
yep,
stuff.
yep, yep, they
I
did.
will say it's a good thing, though. For me, it's a good thing because now I have no reason to go to McDonald's. So maybe my fat ass will lose some weight.
This is fucking ridiculous. Okay, so
Mhm. Hi, everybody.
and then did you
Welcome to
see what
Earth
happened
2.
to to Representative. Oh my God, what's her name? Jasmine.
Jasmine
What?
Crockett?
Yes. Did you
What
see the
happened to
guy
her?
lost his job uh, at Comcast for all the racial slurs and all the nasty things he was sending her?
Oh.
I'm going to show you guys that too. Good morning, Mob Rat
You
Hunter.
see,
Good
that's
morning.
stupid to send like stuff like that to
Nope, I don't
someone
eat
like
Mickey
her.
D's.
Because one, she's a United States representative, and two, she's an attorney. How stupid are you? But anyway, I guess you didn't want your job.
And all of these federal workers that were working from home, now he's calling them back in the office. And oh my God, ooh,
That's going to be you and I talked about this. That's going to be a little bit more difficult because a lot of those people might be contractors and have
I
independent
told you.
bargaining agreements and union negotiated
No, my
contracts.
daughter-in-law works. She's a federal employee and she works from home. Has worked from home for the last 5.5 years.
Right. No, some of them are straight up federal workers, but a
Yep.
lot of them have different agreements. And I don't think he specified. It's just going to be a
He said
mess.
all federal employees. He didn't specify. He all the general statement,
Mhm.
all federal employees.
And a lot
Listen.
of those
Mhm.
contractors do fall under federal employees, but they're contractors and have different like agreements.
Yep,
And
but
then there's like labor union contracts as well. Like, I don't know, it's kind of that's gonna be a tough one. But again, that is how this administration is going because everything is vague and wishy-washy. Like he went in, they were asking him which one of the January
baby, hold
5
on a
people.
second. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
Apple Jacks. I'm gonna acknowledge you right the fuck now. Whose ever number you're
Oh,
putting in my chat, bitch, don't come over here to play. Because I'm
wait.
not in the mood this morning. Not at all.
Sorry, I'm not seeing what's going on. I'm multitasking, so
Calling
sorry
themselves
about that.
doxing somebody's fucking phone number.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't come in here with that shit. And
Oh
if you
dear.
might see this shit, block them. No timeout. Block the fuck out of them. Because I'm in no mood for your bullshit. And don't think I don't know who you are. Okay? Let's not
Oh
play.
dear.
I blocked it.
Okay. But why are we doing that though?
I know
What
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 they're
did what
doing. They're trying to come at Party Rock, but I'm not having it in my fucking chat.
Okay, but
Keep your
whoever they're
bullshit
going
out of here.
after, like that's well, at least while I'm here, I don't see the reason for that.
The fuck you
Um,
think this is?
but anyway, let's get back to talking about
Good
today
morning,
in the
Slumber Buddy.
USA.
Yeah, I'm just like, I saw that shit and I'm like, what the fuck? And I saw three, then I'm like, okay. Well, it's not yours. It's either yours or daddy's. Somebody's fucking phone number. Don't put it in my chat. Don't come
You
here
know
with that
what?
shit.
Um, when you block somebody, it still shows up on the overlay chat. So I would take that down for now. Um,
Oh yeah, sorry.
yeah. Anything that you like, any posts
Good morning,
that you
Stacy.
take
That's
away, it
right.
still
I'm gonna
stays
take
up
that
there.
down.
Yeah, just in case.
Oh, it was Bambi's number. Oh, y'all so fucking smart. I'm sorry. I thought it was Party Rocks. Because I saw a couple of numbers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not in the mood this
Okay.
morning, people. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm
Well,
tired. And this
I think we should
bullshit that's
only,
going on, it's
yeah,
disgusting.
I don't think we should share anybody's personal information on here because I, for one, don't want to know it. And I don't
It's
think the other people would
ridiculous.
appreciate it.
Then why the fuck you doing that?
I don't know.
All this other shit that's going on in this country, you got time for internet bullshit. Good morning. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Savage. Good morning. I checked on you last week. I know you said you were going to be really, really busy. And I know you said that you might do a live
Mm.
this weekend. I hope you do because I really need to laugh right about now. Um, I don't care anything about SoFlo. I don't care anything about the bug. Don't put that in my chat. I give no fucks about either one of them at all. I don't watch them, don't listen to them. I don't care. And you're right. Good morning, so done. Good morning. I don't give a shit about those people. Good morning, Sally Mae. Okay, so you're doing the live today. Okay. All right. All of this shit going on in this country. Let's look at this bullshit. Okay, to your time. Guys, Savage, please drop your link. I really need to laugh because it's not. I'm reading about buses that are being raided, kids that are being pulled off the buses, schools that are being raided, and then you
Mhm.
have the Supreme Court that had, well, a federal judge had to put a temporary restraining order because the president wants to
Mhm.
reverse birthrights for illegal parents that had babies in the United States. What the
Well,
fuck?
no, when he does that, when he, again, that's another executive order that went out that was very vague and widespread, um, and technically cannot be enforced because it's the 14th Amendment. And in order to change an amendment in our Constitution, it has to go through the House and the Senate, and another amendment has to be made to change the amendment. And I believe it's 66% have to vote to approve it. That's never going to happen.
This shit
So,
is scary. And everybody that's sitting there and thinking, I
but
mean, when I was on Twitter, and that's supposed, well, X, which is supposed to be owned, well, which is owned by Musk, people are not gloating now. They don't find none of this shit funny. You see all this shit on Instagram. I was posting all of this shit yesterday. You see all of it on TikTok.
but do you find it odd that he goes after the 14th Amendment and citing, birthright citizenship,
Yep.
when that I isn't that the amendment to the
Well, we need to make
Constitution
sure that
that,
his wife is legal and our vice president wife is legal too, because we need to
well,
make sure that if he reverses that, they need to go too. Sorry, not sorry.
right, but I think that there's a bigger thing to this because wasn't that amendment the one after slavery that gave black people or enslaved people like human status?
Yes,
So again, there's always a, a different
that is
twist
one of the
on
most
this.
important amendments, and the 14th Amendment is
Think
supposed
about
to
it, people.
guarantee citizenship and equal
Hmm.
protection. I don't see equal
Correct.
protection anywhere. And it grants citizenship to all people that are born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly
Hmm.
enslaved people.
Correct. So again, when you try to go after that, it's a slippery slope. Please look at what is going on. But again, it's just another beautiful day in the USA. Hey.
Okay, let's look at this real quick.
Story this morning. We're here outside the Ocean Seafood Depot in Newark, where it was targeted by ICE raids. We can tell you that 3 people were detained here, and now the owner of this business says those are family men working hard to provide a living, and now they don't know what's next or where to go from here. We're told that those ICE agents came in asking for papers and then took away 3 of those people. In these pictures, you can see, obtained by Pix 11, Homeland Security badges on the uniformed officers walking into the seafood depot. We're told by the New Jersey Alliance for Immigrant Justice those 3 people were hauled off for unknown reasons. ICE confirming they did a, quote, targeted enforcement operation, but Newark Mayor Raz Braca saying the feds are unlawfully terrorizing people in a statement saying detaining undocumented residents as well as citizens without producing a warrant. One of the detainees is a U.S. military veteran, had his military documentation questioned. President Donald.
Let me just stop this. I'm just going to say they also nabbed out of the 500 people the other day, three of them were MS-13. Okay, deport them, get them out of here. But if you have specific targets and you know these people are gang members, go after them, not innocent families, not innocent. I get it. They came illegally, some up, but God, Jesus Christ.
Donald Trump signing an executive order upon taking office to round up and return asylum seekers home, giving the okay to send ICE into hospitals, churches, and schools.
ICE agents stormed into this place of business without a valid judicial warrant.
Kids don't want to come to school. Kids are scared to leave home and not come back to see their parents.
Children should go to school. Those who need health care should go to hospitals.
And look at this. The senior pastor of St. Paul and St. Andrew Church in Manhattan posted a sign outside the sanctuary warning ICE is not welcome without legal justification, saying they want to see a warrant. The fear here reaching across the tri-state area with businesses and people in the community wondering what do they do if this happens to them next, because these raids, as we've seen, are now happening across the country. They're looking for local guidance from leaders here, and that's what's going to happen in Newark. Mayor Ras Baraka holding a press conference at around 11:30, hoping to answer some questions to the public. He'll be flanked by other state leaders and some legal representation to let people know their rights and what they can do. But at this time, the three people that were detained here at the Ocean Seafood Depot, questionable. They're not sure what they're going to be doing next or what's going to happen to them. We're live in Newark. I'm Kalorama, Pix 11 News.
In the meantime, do want to show
Let me
you.
just stop this.
Okay, so with regards to this, Heidi, I put a link in the chat. Representative Frost from down here in Florida put up some tips for people whose status isn't, legal. Get your stuff together.
Yep.
Most importantly, get your documents together. If you have kids in school, set up with the school
Hey, good
a
morning to you guys.
person who can go and pick them up in case you are detained. Have a legal guardian in place for them.
We got to
You
do
know,
something.
get to an immigration attorney. It's a really good list. If you are not
President.
a legal resident, it's best to be prepared.
Be prepared. Get yourself
Mhm,
together. But when they
mhm,
raided the immigration office, now this one I have to show you
mhm,
because they pulled up. They got pedophiles. They got some
mhm,
gangbangers. Okay,
mhm.
I'm happy about that. But
But
come
people who are
on.
paying
Donald Trump's
taxes and
ICE
working, it's not, like have families, have children. Like, come on now.
raids have led to the arrest of 538 migrants, including pedophiles, gang members, and a suspected terrorist. The sweep, part of a nationwide crackdown, aims to apprehend those who have either committed crimes in the U.S. or face serious charges in their home countries. ICE agents arrested multiple individuals across several states, including a Turkish national in New York labeled a known or suspected terrorist. Also in
Great.
New York, agents took into custody an MS-13 gang member
That's what I was
and
talking.
3 men in Buffalo with convictions for child sex offenses, rape, and stolen property. Officers in other cities also detained members of notorious gangs such as the Tren de Aragua and Barrio Azteca, as well as fugitives wanted for crimes ranging from wire fraud to murder. While some local officials have criticized the
I'm not criticizing this raid. This what I'm
Okay,
criticizing is you're
but
going after innocent. Oh
But
God.
Heidi, this is done normally every day, no matter what administration is in.
Yep.
My issue with this is how many people are you rounding up? And how many of those people that you have rounded up are the people who have committed crimes, gang members, pedophiles, all of that? How many of them? Because I think they're only talking about the five like really bad people that they've collected out
Yep.
of the 100 that they have collected. You understand what I'm saying? And they're trying to
Yep.
justify the 100 by highlighting the five.
And I'm
Y'all
with
should be
Denver.
going after them bad ones first.
Yep. So Denver, as Debbie just said, now this has been going on even before Trump get off. Now it's ramped up. Get the bad ones. Get
It's
the
not
ones that's
ramped up,
committing the
Heidi.
crimes.
It's not ramped up. What's happening is that they're talking about it. But
Oh
raids
yeah,
like
now
this
they're
go
talking
on
about it.
every day. The only reason why it's being promoted like this is to justify the innocent people that they're taking out. Y'all seem to forget this country is a country based on immigrants. And the
Yes, it is.
illegal immigrants here in this nation pay taxes when they work. They're law-abiding citizens. They go to school. They do the jobs that regular people just don't want to do. They're not harming anybody. They have children, they have family, they're supporting people in this country and overseas. I agree with getting rid of the criminals. And they're doing all of this and they're still ignoring the root of the problem.
Let,
Do a sensible immigration bill or law. We haven't had proper reform in 40 years.
let me tell you,
Go to work.
I've been in the office, okay, and I work primarily. I work in an all white company. I am still the only female, well, black female in a leadership role.
Mhm,
Do you know I feel, you know, like when you walk into a break room or you walk into a conference room and everybody's
mhm,
talking. And so we actually
mhm,
had an open discussion yesterday about
mhm,
the raids and everything that's going on right now. And all of these
mhm.
people that voted for Trump that I work with, they're not happy with what they're seeing. But I'm
But
sitting
he
there
said
going,
he was going to do it.
thank you. That's what I said. He said what he
What
was
were
going
they
to do.
listening to?
I don't know.
Oh, did you see what I sent you from on Instagram message regarding like Tasha K?
Oh, yes,
It
I saw
seemed to
that.
me
I
like
saw
she was
that.
apologizing. She said she put her finances and her company business in front
First.
of
Yep.
like morals.
Yep. I saw it. Let's finish.
Raids for allegedly exceeding legal boundaries and detaining individuals without proper warrants, ICE insists these operations focus on, quote, very heinous cases. Removals were carried out from coast to coast, including in Texas, Arizona, California, Colorado, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, Minnesota, Missouri, North Carolina, Utah, Washington, Puerto Rico, and beyond. Critics of the raids argue they sow fear in immigrant communities. Supporters, however, praise the action as necessary to root out serious criminals who pose a
Hi,
threat to
Ryan.
public safety. This debate over how best to balance security and compassion continues to shape America's immigration policy.
So
This
I pulled up the thing with Jasmine Crockett.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This guy is let me share this. This was truly disgusting. Can we see this? Sean Pugh, who worked at Comcast, I said worked because he was
Mm-hmm.
fired
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. Okay. This is
Mm-hmm.
what he was sending to Congresswoman um, Jasmine Crockett. Fuck you, racist cunt. She said, so this is an automated response. Then
Mm-hmm.
he says, can you get any dumb racist cunt? I guess he meant dumber, dumb bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he says the dumbest racist in Congress. Don't worry, we will make sure it's your lady, you racist cunt. I don't know what the fuck that means. Flip that weave some more when you speak, and it will probably fall off your dumb racist cunt. Guess he meant head. These are all the messages he was sending. Your time is coming, cunt. Racist cunt will get what you deserve. Do you see this,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is Sean Pugh, administrative supervisor at Comcast, which he has lost his job. He sent it under
Oh,
his profile with his wife.
dummy. Dummy.
With his wife. With his
Oh,
wife.
I love this guy.
Yeah, me too. Hold on, let me.
It would seem with Donald Trump winning re-election, it made a bunch of people feel like now they can write checks and Donald Trump will cash them, and that's not how that works. Allow me to give you an example. This lovely person is Jasmine Crockett. She's a representative from the state of Texas. Recently, she found that she had some message requests on one of her social media profiles. On December 5th of last year, this person opened with, F you, racist C-word, and she had that like auto reply set up, so it replied to them. And the very next day, December 6th, they said, F you, nasty racist C-word.
I said,
And then I guess they got upset that she didn't respond. So a month later, on January 7th, they said, you will get yours, racist, followed by, your time is coming, C-word. And then on January 9th, when they hadn't heard back, they followed up with, racist C-word, will get what you deserve. And again, the automatic response replied to them. To which he said, racist, 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 racist. Then followed that with, can you get any dumb racist C-word? Then there was a response. I'm not sure if someone on her staff responded to this or if this was one of the auto responses. But he didn't like it. He said, dumbest racist in Congress. Don't worry, we'll make sure it's your lady, you racist C-word. I'm not sure what all that means. But at this point, it feels like he got tired of just the misogyny.
That sounded like a threat.
And was like, I should throw in some racial stuff too. So he said, flip that weave some more when you speak, and it will probably fall off dumb racist C-word. And then this morning, he wrote, nasty racist, dumb C-word, rotten hell nasty B, you are bald, and that weave is fake and nasty. Now, faceless trolls send messages like this all the time, and I'm sure she's received her fair share. What's a little bit different here is he sent these all on Facebook. And he sent them from his publicly available personal Facebook account that has his name and his picture, in fact, multiple pictures, and where he lives. And between his name and where he lives and what he looks like, it was like super easy to find his LinkedIn, where he's listed as an incident management supervisor who works for Comcast in Westland, Michigan. Now, if you go looking for this right now, he's hidden this page. He got wise to it like an hour ago. But I saw all of this before he knew it was coming. And so, Sean, I do have a question. I saw pictures of you and your lovely wife, although the last picture of the two of you together is 2022, so I'm curious if you guys have split, only because some of the language that you're using. I feel like if anyone spoke to your wife, or say your mother, or a woman you cared about in that way, you would have a serious problem with it. I would hope you would. Yet you seemed real comfortable talking that way. So do you speak to your wife that way? How about the people you work with at Comcast? Do any of the women you work with at Comcast, do you speak to them that way? You're an incident management supervisor. Yep. You're dealing with incidents with customers. Some of those are women. Do you speak to them that way? If they're black women, do you comment on their weaves? Do you talk about them being bald? I feel like this is the kind of stuff that corporations really don't like their employees doing. It's going to be a bad Friday, bud, but I tell you what, I'm hoping that you can serve as something of a cautionary tale to others. If you write the checks, you will cash them.
Yep.
And Donald Trump ain't going to save you.
Nope. So I didn't even know he covered that. I didn't even know he had anything to say about that. Thank you. His wife does look Hispanic.
Mm-mm-mm.
Damn,
She's
Debbie, you
probably
were under
left
the
him.
commentary zone.
I know.
I am totally shocked. Now, they did some raids in Philadelphia as well. I'm all for getting out the criminals. I'm all for that. But when you're raiding buses, going to schools, and then trying to reverse the 14th Amendment to meet your agenda, that's a problem for me. That is a problem.
Mm-mm-mm.
I hope he doesn't talk to everybody like that. Well, he wants to be talking to him at Comcast. They fired his ass. Here we go.
This morning, federal authorities confirmed the arrests of more than 500 undocumented migrants yesterday alone. Agents seen taking people into custody in multiple cities, including New York and Boston.
I wouldn't describe them as raids. It seems to be is what we expected.
and what I support, which is the apprehension of criminals in our communities.
Thank you. Criminals in our community. I support that.
To say those operations have been routine. Most of the arrests appear to be suspected criminals. But in Newark, New Jersey, the mayor says agents detained multiple people at a restaurant without a warrant, including U.S. citizens and a military veteran. The restaurant owner claims agents took 3 employees into custody after they were unable to show documentation.
I feel that we have...
Okay. Now, he fired generals yesterday. He's gotten rid of the woman's page. What else did he get rid of, Debbie?
He has taken away funding from cancer research. The women's page, LGBTQ page, DEI page, all that wiped from the White House website. But he put up a wonderful infomercial about Trump. So he's giving content.
Thank you, Denver. Get the criminals out. I agree with that. Get the criminals out. They should have been out.
But again, that goes on every day.
Yep. And then,
that's every day.
So the fact that now, here's what I like. Y'all may not agree, but the fact that all of the illegal immigrants that were on parole that should have been deported, he's getting rid of those.
Okay.
I like that.
Here's the thing, though, and this was the biggest issue that I had with the Biden administration. They were so focused on doing the work, they never touted what they did. They didn't have a good marketing person. And unfortunately, say what you will about Trump, he knows how to market himself. Is it all factual? Not necessarily. But if you say something enough times, people will start to believe it, unless they do their due diligence. The Biden administration, all administrations do the same thing and have done. Like, if we go back to the Obama administration, nobody deported more people than the Obama administration. And we didn't hear not one word about it while he was in there, because you know what? The work was getting done. You don't have to be so braggadocious all the time, because to me, when you bragging so much, you ain't shit. You ain't shit.
So what the people want to see is that this is being done. He's putting it out there. Okay. I get it. It wasn't being put out before, but when you're raiding schools, buses, are we serious? And then they're asking you to have a contingency plan in place in case you're not coming home, in case your kids are picked up, and that's their way of getting at you. So we're using kids to get at their parents.
Y'all notice, I'm gonna say this. You see what they do, and they targeting the children and the adults separately. This is the same thing as family separation during his last administration, just going about it a different way.
All those kids that were separated from their parents.
Some of them still haven't been reunited.
Haven't been reunited. Okay. I want to look at this.
Guy Ruffett. He's a militia member from Texas who was the first of the January 6th defendants to be convicted. Take a look. You see him in the black jacket wearing body armor and a helmet in a standoff with officers on the steps of the Capitol. Ruffett was carrying a loaded handgun, and he told people he wanted to physically drag Nancy Pelosi from the building. When he went home, he threatened his own children not to turn him in. But his son Jackson did anyway, and now he faces the reality that his father is free. Jackson Ruffett joins me now. Jackson, thank you so much for being here. I know this is not easy for you. And I know you previously said that Trump pardoning your dad terrified you. So I wonder what the last day and a half has been like for you.
Well, it's gotten worse. I mean, he's physically out now, and that is a reality that I haven't really faced yet. I thought I had time to work with it and understand it and work with him at some point, but I don't have that time anymore. And the only thing I can do right now is sit around after a couple months of prepping and being safe and distancing myself and moving and buy a handgun and a rifle. I mean, that's the only thing I can do besides talk about it right now and try to surround myself with good, healthy people and I guess just spectate what happens now. I have nothing else to do other than just to sit here and be paranoid and imagine what could happen.
What worries you the most? Because the idea that you've already moved, that you felt the need to buy a handgun, tells us a lot about how afraid you are.
Yeah, it's on my waist 24/7 now. I have to make these calls early. I bought the handgun November 25th, right before midnight, and I just can't. I can't imagine being safe right now.
This is his own son that's scared of him. The other one that was released, I forgot his name, he went back into custody right away because he had other charges. Plus, he had a gun in his possession, which he wasn't supposed to have. You've just unleashed these fucking criminals into our communities.
His attorney, he was not supposed to have a weapon because that second person that you're talking about who
Yeah, I
got
can't remember his name
rearrested,
right now. Yes.
he was not allowed to have a gun because he had domestic violence charges against his spouse.
Yep.
So when you're convicted of that, you can't have a weapon afterwards. So his attorney is being a smartass because the pardon was a blanket pardon.
Yep, blanket.
Because our president said, "I'm just fuck it and release all of them." His attorney is now saying he cannot be charged on the weapons charge because he was pardoned, and the only reason why y'all knew he had a weapon was because y'all tagged him on that day because of January 6th. So this is in relation to January 6th. So you can't touch him. So that's going back to court. And what I want to know about this young man was his daddy making threats against him from prison?
He could have been, but he threatened him when he got home from the Capitol.
Right, but
and he still turned him in. He turned his father in.
Have the threats continued thereafter? Yes. That he is so scared?
Yes. He says that he gets death threats by the minute. Okay, let's finish listening.
It goes far beyond my dad. There are people out there that I get death threats by the minute now. I mean, people feel so validated right now with President Trump stepping into office and saying and doing all this and defending all these horrible actions. I mean, I saw a photo of my father today sitting next to the leader of the Oath Keepers, and the final hearing, his final testimony, I remember him saying that he was not going to be involved in this anymore. And as ignorant as I was then to actually believe that, I'm so heartbroken right now to see imagery like that and to see him continue down this path. And I think that goes for everyone pardoned. These people are willing to do this even though Trump never knew they existed. And now they feel his presence, and Trump has reached his hand out and helped these people out. And the validation, it can be deadly for others.
Do you know anything about where your dad is? Has he ever throughout this tried to contact you?
We've tried to contact each other. It's been very hard. He bounces around, and it's been hard for me to find the courage to reach out. I've seen him get further radicalized in prison throughout these years, and there had been
further radicalized. Now, the Oath Keeper, the one they're talking about, what's his name, Rhodes, who was just banned from entering D.C. That's who he's talking about. I think his name is Rhodes. He was just banned from entry into D.C. That's the guy with the eye patch.
I was just about to ask you if that's the guy with the one eye. Okay.
Yes, that's the guy with the eye patch.
Been a point whenever I figured that he had gotten better, and that is not the case. He has continued to reach out to these far-right militias and he's continued to participate in it and downplay and justify his actions and not face accountability. I want the best for my dad. I advocated for mental health help in prison, and he denied it. From what I heard, he absolutely denied it, and that was heartbreaking to hear. All he needed was some therapy and some people to talk to that aren't just going to validate him, because that's what happened on January 6th. That's what led him up those stairs, was validation, and he's going to get more of that than ever.
When you were growing up, Jackson, was he a dad much like any other dad? Because I think a lot of people have a question about, how do you get to this place? How do you get to the place where you're willing to go to the Capitol and you're willing to go to prison?
I think he was an amazing father growing up. He gave me so many opportunities, and he raised me to be the man I am right now. The only thing I can imagine that led him up those stairs was, being scared. I mean, we live in a rough capitalist country that atomizes people. And whenever you find that community and that calling to save your family, that you think is to save your family, and you're just being used by some guy who never knew you existed until he, saw you get in charge with nearly 8 years. I understand why my dad did it. He wanted to protect his family.
Protect his family from what?
Because these organizations work by fear, irrational fear. And they find weak men like his father, unfortunately, who probably had a rough time at a job or got laid off or COVID hit. And he thought that COVID only impacted him and his family. And it's because of the others that he's in the situation that he's in. And organizations like this take people, it's just like what the indoctrination of ISIS. Y'all think it don't happen here? On a very light level, you have MLMs, and on a very heavy level, you have people like the Keepers. And they just take people who want to find some sort of community, place, and validation. And these are people who can't take ownership for their own responsibilities, shortfallings, whatever, and they seek to blame others.
Yeah,
And
let me just
this
answer her.
group are also like same-minded as me.
Okay, so yes, Rhodes did go to DC. He met with the lawmaker, and he did a public speech. Right after that, he was banned. He is not allowed to go back into DC unless he has court approval. That's why they banned him. Yep, he has to have court approval. And it's not just him, it was 6 or 7 other people that were banned. And I was trying to find that damn list of the people that are banned from going into DC. But it's the people that were just pardoned. I just don't get it. Trump, when he pardoned them, he said that they've already spent enough time in prison. They've spent years. And he said the conditions in prison was disgusting and inhumane. But the fact that you had how many officers? What was it? One officer that was killed on the Capitol that day, and others were seriously injured.
I think it's more than I think the death count for January 6th for the police is more than one, because we had someone who had a stroke.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
So
that's right.
with regards to that though, again, Trump, you say that you for law and order and all of that. That pardon just smacked every police officer, every first responder in the face when you did that.
But he backs the blue. He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
And every day you're sitting there going, okay, what the hell is going to happen now? What's going to happen now? I I just can't. It was I didn't see the one that you guys are talking about, okay? Um about the lady who refused to pardon. That I didn't see. I didn't see that.
It's a mature woman. She did her time, and she's been advocating ever since, about, she knows she did wrong. She did wrong. It was an embarrassment, and she's been trying to atone it. And when she heard about the pardons, she was just like, "No, I'm trying to figure out a way not to do it because I am guilty. What we did was wrong." I admire her. I admire her for coming out and saying, and I admire her not just for, pleading guilty and doing the time, but then when she came out, apparently she has been talking about it since she got out of prison or jail, or whatever her sentence was. And she has been very vocal about how she got swept up into all of this, and she has realized what she did was wrong. She's embarrassed her family, she's embarrassed herself, and she doesn't take it lightly. Like, that's a good woman.
Also, I want to tell you that in case you guys don't realize, but federal agencies this year will not recognize Black History Month. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Marsha E., I heard about what Michael said about his mom. His mom was outside the front of her house raking her leaves, and somebody threw feces at her, and it hit
What?
her. Yes. He's also taken away the security of what's his name? Fauci from the
Fushi.
CDC. Yeah. Took away
FUCCI.
his thing, his security, and several other people's security, who served the government, and because of the jobs that they had in the government, foreign entities, including Iran and other enemies of this nation, have sought to harm and kill those people. So this country has given them protection. He's taken that all away, saying it's cost savings. Bitch. Ugh.
But
I
I'm
hope
trying to
y'all know
figure
the
out what
price of
he made.
eggs is going up.
He
I
said
hope
what
you.
he was going to do. Why is
Yep, Bolton
everybody
is
so
another one.
surprised?
I don't know, but y'all, he said he was gonna lower the price of eggs. How those egg prices looking?
I just don't. I, he said what he was going to do. Did you not think it was going to affect your family? Or did you think he was going, oh, they're a criminal, they're a criminal, they're a criminal?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to show you Gavin Newsom. Um, when
Yeah,
he,
Miller is back in the administration. Miller is
huh?
back in the Miller, that bald-headed freak, that was in his first administration. He is back in
Yep,
this administration, and I
yep. And they
think
were
he
denying,
is.
he denied knowing anything about Project 25. He
He's one of
denied
the
knowing
the
anything
authors
about
of
it.
that. He's one of the authors of that. He can't control the bird flu or the natural disasters, but y'all think he can? Didn't he reroute a hurricane?
Of course he did.
Right.
Um,
He told y'all. How is this? How come y'all believe that he, when he said he was going to reduce the price of eggs, bread, and milk, but y'all didn't believe that he was going to deport the immigrants or anything else? Like, I know he can't control the bird flu,
yep.
but
So all these
he
illegal,
portrays himself that he can.
shit, he couldn't control C-19. So everybody that has these illegal immigrants that's doing their landscaping, all that stuff. Get out there and start cutting your own goddamn grass.
Track the price of eggs. It is going up, and it will go up even
Yep,
more.
and
Y'all
he's
was complaining about
dismantling.
eggs before. It's going, like, egg prices went down. I track eggs.
I'm
It's like
glad I
my
don't eat
specialty
eggs.
eggs.
Every once in a while, I'll buy like 6. I'm not a big egg or milk person
Hmm.
or cheese, so I'm good. Okay, go ahead, Debbie.
No, well, I try. Well, I have a weak spot for half and half, but I have converted to coconut milk. So I mean, about the same price now.
So I want to just. So he went to California.
Chantel, y'all in Canada. It's different for y'all.
I'm going to Canada. No, I'm not.
Oh,
Um.
did I tell you? Like Chantel, I was like looking into who's going to be the new leader after now that Trudeau has stepped down. One of the contenders is half Barbadian. I'm placing my vote for him illegally.
Oh, but it's illegally, right? Okay. So
Illegally, yeah.
what did Dre? What did Drea say? A box of eggs at Walmart is $26. Oh my God. Okay, let's
Wait,
look
that
at.
must be the big like couple dozen, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, egg prices have gone up.
Only thing I get is coffee mate and creamer for my
Mhm.
coffee. And then sometimes I don't even use that. I just drink it black because sometimes I can't tolerate it. But okay, let's look at Newsom.
I'm back
In
on the
fact,
oatmeal
here
too,
is a
Drea.
live look right
Mm.
now. And we're waiting President Trump to depart from Air Force One. Again, just landed here in Los Angeles. And he's, of course, here to visit the city to tour all of the
Oh,
wildfire
yes.
damage.
Hold
Earlier
on.
I
today,
saw this.
President Trump and First Lady.
Part
Hold
of
on.
those discussions, you see Governor Newsom there, that exchange that we were anticipating
Look how he's
because of
holding his
early
hand.
reports saying
I'm
that
just
the
gonna
governor
pull it
wouldn't be
away.
there, then his office
Ah!
clarifying he would. So it seems as if for right now it's
Let's look at that again.
anticipating because of early reports. You see Governor Newsom there, that exchange that we were anticipating because of early reports saying that the governor wouldn't be
Look,
there,
look,
then his
look.
office clarifying he would. So it seems as if for right now it's cordial, a handshake. Not sure what they're discussing, but there's a lot on the table with all of the damage and all of
Oh,
the
he pointed
requests
at
for
it.
federal aid that California is asking for.
Okay, some interesting body language there as he now greets the First Lady. And again, they will now head into the airport where a table has been set up. We've seen some maps
I
in the
like that
background. So
handshake.
I think it'll be very kind of a similar
You know,
situation
he
that we
said
saw
all
in
this shit
Western.
about Newscom, but when he get in people's
Hi, Skylar.
faces, he doesn't carry that same energy.
No, but he tried
Like
to pull his hand away from Newsom, and Newsom had a halt.
from right after the initial shake,
Yep.
Trump leaned in and
Hi,
pulled his arm
Pickney.
back, and Newsom would not let go.
Nope. Pick me. How's your daughter-in-law? Scotland, how are you doing, sweetie?
Hi. Hello,
Carolina. But
hello,
actually, we're going to have a news conference right here with the
Yeah,
media.
she gave him a kiss and a smile.
Very good shape. We have the congressman in charge and Michael Watley, and we're going to do a lot of work. We have the
what
Army
congressman
Corps of
could be in
Engineers
charge?
working as they are here. And I think you're going to see some versus progress. They left them high and dry. And now we're going to be taking a little tour
Did
with
Melania
some of
suck
the
her
people
teeth?
from the area.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate the governor coming out and
She looks like Angela Jolie in me, in Mr.
Tomb
and Mrs.
Raider.
Smith. That movie when they
Uh,
play spies. She's dressed like Angela Jolie.
meeting me, Kevin. We very much, and we'll be talking a little bit. We want to get it fixed. We want to get the problem fixed.
How you fix it?
And there'll be some ways, but
you go out there and
it's like you got hit by a bomb, right?
Yeah.
Like
what
you got
go
hit by
out
a
there
bomb.
and do?
Would you like to say something?
Most importantly, thank you for being here. It means a great deal.
I just want to know, how do you fix it? You go out there and arrest the brushes? How do you fix it?
okay, wait, just for comparison. Now, remember what he said. We're going to have some talk. It's like you got hit by a bomb.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to say something? Right? And he said the representative was in charge.
Yep.
Now, very incoherent, nothing like word salad. Listen to Governor Newsom.
Yep, there we go.
To all of us, not just the folks in Palisades, the folks in Altadena that were devastated. We're going to need your support. We're going to need your help. You were there for us during COVID. I don't forget that. And I have all the expectations that we'll be able to work together to get this speedy recovery.
We will. We're going to get it done.
We're going to get it done.
Tremendous numbers of lives have been affected. A lot of real estate's been affected.
A lot of real estate.
Nobody's ever probably seen anything like this.
No, we've never.
You can almost say since the Second World War, when you think of it.
Wow,
I mean, nothing
that did
like
not
this
impact the United States.
And we're going to get it fixed, so we'll get it permanently fixed, so it can't happen again. And again, we'll be talking a little bit later, and we'll get it worked out, okay?
I appreciate it, Mr. President.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
Okay, I'm done. Okay.
So what is he talking about? That this hasn't been seen since World War II? Not in, like, World War II was not fought in mainland USA.
Leave him alone.
They blew up like the marina down in Hawaii.
Leave him alone.
But like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute. Debbie, hold on. I gotta show y'all this. 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 I gotta show it. As soon as it pops up. Okay, so we jumping from the raids to the fires, and then he's dismantling our government, but this was good.
First of all, let me just take the opportunity to officially welcome you to Los Angeles. Really appreciate you coming, and especially you come just a few days after your inauguration. So I want you to know that your presence here is very much appreciated. Let me also say that I know you had an opportunity to see the devastation. You've seen the extreme loss, the grief that people are going through here. And we are 100% committed to getting this neighborhood rebuilt again. You mentioned a couple of things in terms of us expediting. So I signed executive directives right away so that we could cut the red tape. We could get people back building as fast as possible. And we're going to continue doing that.
Mayor, the one thing is they are saying they will not be allowed to start for 18 months.
No. That will not be the case.
Okay, I just hope you're right.
You can hold me to it.
There's 4 groups said that.
No.
That would be they should be able to do it. They should be able to start tonight.
That will not be the case. You know, first we have to take care to make sure that there's not.
It's still burning, but they need to start tonight.
Why he got Melania sitting next to the mayor?
Because
he should be sitting next to the mayor.
Nope, but the mayor is black. I'm sorry. He might be trying to find out if she's an illegal immigrant too. So let's stop.
Oh my God.
Let me stop. Because she was just in Africa when the fires were burning, and that's her fault. Okay? So
oh my God.
Hold on.
Getting rid of the hazardous waste, cleaning things up so that people can start right away. And just like you said, if somebody their house was destroyed and they're going to rebuild essentially the same, maybe a little bit longer, a little bit higher, they really shouldn't have to go through much of a process. So I want you to know that we are expediting that. We absolutely need your help. We need the federal help.
You've got it. I told you. You will have no permit problem. There will be zero delay. And as far as I'm concerned, you already have the permits.
And the resources.
I am more worried.
Wait,
I meant at least.
Huh?
Didn't he say, wasn't he threatening to do conditional aid when it came to California?
Yes.
So now he's in front of the people and he's doing a 180.
And I just got something too, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. But hold on, I'm gonna finish this because CPS. Oh, hold on. Thank you so much for sending me that. And I was actually just talking about that. Hold on. Claim ICE agents. Hold on. Let me get this. All right. Let me get you this. So I want you to see this. This is ABC Chicago. I want to hear, but hold on. Let's finish this one. Hold on. Let me finish this one because she gets in his ass.
State groups of homeowners, and I'm much more worried about the fact that they said it's 18 months exactly, and they were devastated. They want to start now. They want to start removing things. They're not allowed to do it now. And you mentioned hazardous waste. Well, the hazardous waste. What's hazardous waste? I mean, you're going to have to define that. We're going to go through a whole series of questions on determining.
Hazardous waste is just what it is. Hazardous waste. Stuff that you have to It can be chemicals.
Oh, but wait,
You have to check the
wait.
grounds.
Remember, that doesn't matter because this is the same person that said inject yourself with bleach to get rid of the virus. So, okay, then it's not hazardous if we can do that. If something is still on, wait, are the fires still going?
Yes, the fires are still going.
So, how are we
A friend
supposed
of
to
mine had to
rebuild if it's
actually
still on fire?
evacuate. Yep, a friend of mine had to evacuate, and I have pictures of the ball. Girl, it's just bad. Um,
Determining what's hazardous.
Nope.
I just think you have to allow the people to go on their site and start the process tonight.
And we will.
Okay, good.
You can come back and check.
Last night, 18 months. So if that's not the answer, Mayor Bass, what is the answer? Because that's what we were all told last night.
Well, and let me just tell you that we are going to do everything we can, slashing regulations, expediting everything so that people can begin the process right away. You know, we have the Disaster Recovery Center on Pico and Westwood. We have building and safety there. People are already contacting the local agencies. We're bringing our city departments together so that people don't get caught in the loop of going from one room to the next. We want them all to be in the same room so that you can get busy rebuilding ASAP. Absolutely. Yes. And we will clear the lots. Absolutely.
But it wasn't the mayor that said 18 months. She was repeating what the Environmental Protection Agency told her. It would be 18 months because they have to do all the testing. They've got to clear all of this. And she's just repeating what she was told. Is that so hard to understand? Thank you. Where are they going to put the hazardous waste?
There's disposal areas for hazardous waste. Let's not be silly. We all know this. There's disposal of hazardous waste every day. It comes from our hospitals, it comes from Quest Labs. Hazardous waste, be it in the medical arena or in regular manufacturing, hazardous waste disposal occurs every
Every
day.
day.
Don't be dense.
Okay, let me just share this one with because I'm sick of him. I really came to look at that man because I'm so upset. But they're saying that no schools, okay? They hadn't went to any schools. Here we go. That's what they were saying. ICE never showed up at schools.
Good afternoon. Bogdana Shkumbova, Chief Education Officer.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Hers is low. Hold on. I can't do her. Okay, she's low. I can't do her. Hold on. Let me share this. That one was really, really low. I can't do it. They showed up in Chicago.
Yeah. You want to lower it?
Yeah, I don't know who's all talking, so.
Okay, I'm sure.
I am too. I understand.
All right. Good afternoon. Bogdana Shkumbova, Chief Education Officer for Chicago Public Schools. Earlier today, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents showed up at Hemline Elementary School. School staff followed CPS established protocols. They kept ICE agents outside of the school and contacted CPS's Law Department and CPS's Office of Safety and Security for further guidance. The ICE agents were not allowed into the school and were not permitted to speak to any students or staff members. Here is the bottom line. Our students and staff are safe. Our protocols were followed. We are very thankful for our school staff for following established district protocol. We want to remind families and staff that CPS will continue to protect our students and their families. In alignment with the Illinois Trust Act and Chicago's Welcoming City Ordinance, CPS does not ask for our family's immigration status. We will not coordinate with immigration and custom enforcement agents. Does not share student records with ICE, except in the rare case where there is a court order or consent from a parent or a guardian. We will not allow ICE agents access to CPS facilities unless they produce a criminal judicial warrant signed by a federal judge. And we will not admit ICE
They were from the
agents
Secret
into our school
Service?
based upon an administrative warrant, an ICE detainer, or other document issued by an agency enforcing civil immigration laws. Again, our protocols were followed. Our students and staff are safe, and we are very thankful to our school leaders, to our staff for sticking to the protocols. We are coordinating with our labor partners, and we also want to thank all our community partners who are so diligently working in the community to keep everyone safe. I also want to acknowledge that our labor partners, sometimes Chicago Teachers Union leadership is also here today to offer support. Now I want to turn it over to our principal here.
So they kept saying no agents. Maybe they were using, coming out. So I was just, somebody said Secret Service, good morning, Heat. But they were saying no schools. They were lying. Kids were being, on the buses, public transportation. They were being taken off of buses. Why lie? Good morning, Heat. Why lie?
Not
Hi,
sure.
Heat Man.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Natasha.
But they showed up at a school, and she did say what school it was, too. Ryan, I can't, hold on. She did say what school it was, because Ryan asked about the school. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me see.
For guidance. The ICE agents were not allowed.
Hold on.
Earlier today, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents showed up at Hamline.
Yep, Hamline. You were right, Ryan. It's Hamline. And they're
Mm.
Latina. Oh, my God. Ryan was right.
So, well, she's out of Illinois and she's familiar with that area. But here's the thing though. They said customs and immigration. So it wasn't Secret Service. Like Secret Service doesn't do that.
Yep. But there, okay, so somebody was saying, it's a sanctuary city. And there's really not a definition for a sanctuary city. Really, really, these are local agencies or state agencies that don't comply with anything that's going to take away your rights. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Debbie, I was trying to find,
Mm-hmm.
I was reading up on that the other day. I think Berkeley, California became one of the first sanctuary cities.
Mm-hmm. But I noticed that they're targeting these first raids at particular cities. When they gonna go up to that dairy farmer in Wisconsin or Montana or whatever, since there's so many illegal workers up there? When they gonna go up there and get them? Why aren't they focusing on the border where all of these people are flooding across every day? Because it's not happening.
I just got sent
Um,
something too. When Mexico denies access to land for U.S. deportation flight after miscommunication, I have
mhm.
another one where the sheriff in Las Vegas said that he will not assist with Trump's illegal immigration roundups.
That's interesting.
You're trampling on the 14th Amendment. What don't they understand? I don't think people get that.
I This is just going to get messy. And Obviously, the president feels that he has the Supreme Court in his back pocket.
But
If
why did a federal
ever,
judge put a temporary restraining order? She's giving him a chance to argue.
well, if ever, because he stacked the courts, and not just the Supreme Court, but all levels of the judicial system. So I, I wish I could trust that the judicial system could interpret law appropriately, but I can't. So we'll see what happens.
But Debbie, they're
Wait,
going to
indigenous people?
schools. They're
Uh-huh.
going to schools.
Yeah. Again, this is family separation. I don't know why we're so shocked at this. It happened during the last administration, 45. Like, wash, rinse, repeat. Here we go.
This is not good.
No, it isn't. It wasn't good the first time around, and it's not going to be good this time around. I'm not sure why people can't figure that out. And where
Kids are scared to go to school. I just saw something. Oh, it was the Secret Service.
she
It was the
said
Secret
customs and,
Service.
and immigration. That's ICE.
I just saw something Party Rock said. Uh,
But that's not Secret Service job.
Whatever the
If we
president
doing,
tell them
if
to
we,
do,
if
that's what they're
we're
doing.
right, but if we are rounding up, then why do we have this whole department called ICE? And the woman in the news that held the press conference said it was ICE who came.
This is scary. You have kids that don't. So I
This is
saw
about the
where
Secret Service,
Party
not
Rock said
ICE.
that
It
Seymour was
was
talking
a
to
complete
her daughter
hoax.
about what's going on. And I think this should be a cautionary tale. It really should
And the
for all
back of the
parents
U.S. Navy, which
because
is a
when your
Latino
kids are in
population.
this environment, when they're in school, um, hold on, when they're in
Thank
school
you, Ryan.
and their classrooms are being raided or people are coming in and taking students out of class, that can be detrimental. These kids don't understand what's going on.
Oh, Secret Service was there for a scare the school had. It had nothing to do with immigration. Okay, thank you, Calypso, for clarifying that. So it was a separate issue. Because I'm like, this lady was talking about the 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 roundup. Like, I didn't hear her say Secret Service. So thank you for clarifying. Total hoax. The government tried to pull it was ICE to scare people.
So why would
What?
she say that ICE showed up at the school?
Wait,
They did a major press conference. Okay, they were there to
that's
protect
ICE
the
to scare
kids.
people.
But they wouldn't let them in the building. She said ICE.
Yeah. There for immigration issue. So it's their job.
Debbie, did she
I would
not
think
read that statement saying ICE showed up at the
yes.
school?
Yeah. I wonder if we're mixing up different things. No, Governor Pritzker, not government? What? Okay. I'm not. Um, you need to. I don't know. It's not making any more sense, Calypso. Sorry. Anyway, what were we talking about again?
Okay, we will talk. Hold on. I want to know Hamlin, Debbie, Hamlin School. The district school person was out there reading a statement stating
Mhm.
that ICE showed up and they refused to let them in.
Okay, so ICE was there. And Secret Service was investigating why ICE was there. That seems like a waste of manpower, but okay. How would they keep ICE out if they don't have a warrant?
Wait a minute. Did you hear this? How did
What?
Trump even get sworn in? The day before he was sworn in, he admitted Elon messed with the voting computers. What?
I
I never
didn't
heard
hear
that.
that.
I
Guys,
never
this
heard.
isn't the space for conspiracy theories. Like just put in facts, okay?
Okay, let's look
Leave the
at what Vegas
conspiracy
had to say.
theories out.
The government of Chicago. Okay. I okay. ICE agents were never at the school, which has a student body that is more than 90% Hispanic. Instead, the U.S. Secret Service said some of their agents visited Hamlin Elementary School while investigating threats made against a government official under the agency's what? Really? Sources said the Secret Service was investigating an online threat that a Hamlin student made against President Trump following the U.S. ban on TikTok. Okay, the ban took place on January 19th. It was lifted. So they go to the school, what, 6 days later?
Mm.
Later? None of this makes sense to me.
Mm.
I'm so sick. Leave the students alone. Leave the kids alone.
It
Okay,
was in his
leave the
victory
kids alone.
speech. Well, I didn't
But
watch the.
they were pulling,
I
they
didn't watch
were on,
anything.
what, I'm just getting,
Mm-mm-mm.
hold on.
Other Republican governors in backing Trump in his plans to deport undocumented immigrants who've committed crimes. Tonight, the head of Las Vegas Metro Police says his department won't be helping the feds in whatever the president orders them to do.
I think it'll be an interesting conversation, but roundups out in the community and those kinds of things, that's not my job. I have too much to do.
Too much to do, Sheriff Kevin McMahill says that his department won't be helping federal agencies conduct immigration raids in his jurisdiction. President Donald Trump promising large-scale deportations, though where and how remain unclear now on day one.
I don't think with the volume and the magnitude of the problem that they're going to be able to make as much progress on it as they would like to unless they first focus in on stopping people from coming across the borders.
It's a topic McMahill doesn't take lightly. In December, a man deported twice killed Metro officer Colton Pulsifer in a crash on the 15.
Individual that hit him head on was drunk and in the country illegally.
If that's your side. While not partaking in any roundups, the sheriff says Metro is already alerting immigration officials after arresting some people for certain crimes.
If you're foreign born, you're arrested for a violent felony, DUI, or domestic violence, we will run you through the system.
It's not the controversial 287G program, where the department handed over thousands of undocumented immigrants after their arrests.
I don't care which president in the past it's been. They've never picked up over 40% of the people that they'd been notified on.
For now, McMahill is waiting to see if any laws change, and he hopes Congress finally agrees on a larger immigration plan.
I don't intend to change that policy anytime soon. What I do hope happens is that there's a bipartisan effort to secure our border.
Now, Congress came to a bipartisan effort to secure the border last year, but then candidate Trump stopped it. Metro no longer uses that 287G program after a federal court ruling. It had trained officers to use the federal immigration database. I'm David Sharns, 8 News Now.
So we have a database.
Hold on. I have something to say. Okay, so
Okay, go ahead.
Nicole, I get it. You said something was said in somebody's victory speech. I didn't pay attention to any of that. I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. He was sworn in. He is the president of the United States.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the
It is what
inauguration.
it is. He said it, but he was still sworn in. There's nothing we could do about it. Roll with the punches. It is what it is. I don't need to, well, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not sure who you're speaking to. Help me to tell her he did say that. If you said he said it, Great. He's president. Thank you.
So let me get this right. Let me get this right.
Mm-hmm.
After he was sworn in, he said that Elon Musk tampered with the voting machines. I'm taking that as a joke. I don't think he's that dumb to say, you know what? Then again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But
Let
that'll
them
be so
put
something.
everybody up. Let them put people like Pete Hegseth, who was
Oh my God, I wanted to talk about
approved.
that. Pete
Let them
Hegseth.
destroy everything that
He was
y'all spent
confirmed, Debbie.
200 plus years building. Let them bring it down. And you know
Debbie,
why
he
I
was
say that?
confirmed.
He was confirmed. They got enough votes, and he was confirmed.
I'm sorry.
My
Vance
I say
did the
cheers.
deciding vote because it was a tie. So he broke the
Right,
tie.
and the vice president
Yep.
gave the vote. There you go. He was
How do you
confirmed.
put that man in office? I don't
Um,
understand that.
I think he's perfect. What are you talking about?
You think Pete Hegseth is perfect?
Yes, he is perfect.
The drunk,
Yes,
the guy who have sexual
he is
allegations, who
perfect.
cheated on
Yes,
each one of his wives,
yes,
who ran his other department into the ground.
yes.
Got you. Okay. I got
He
you.
is
Okay.
perfect.
I got you. I got you.
Best
He
of the
settled all these
best.
cases outside of court. You know, got you. Okay. I get you. You're being funny. I got you,
He
Debbie.
is perfect. For this administration, he is perfect.
An update on breaking news we've been following all day. Federal agents hauling boxes of files out of a local immigration lawyer's office in Providence. That lawyer, also a municipal court judge until today. Good evening. I'm Patrice Wood.
I'm Gene Valicenti. The I-Team's Brian Crandall was right there as the raid was unfolding. He's live now with what we know tonight. Brian?
Gene and Patrice, federal agents left the office here around 4:30 this afternoon after being inside the law office of Joseph Molina Flynn for about 8 hours. And as you mentioned, he is also a municipal judge in Central Falls, but he's now resigned that post. Late in the afternoon, agents marched boxes of files out of the office right past us. We saw agents from the FBI, Homeland Security Investigations, and the IRS go in and out of the office all day. Again, they were inside the office of attorney Joseph Molina Flynn. He practices several areas of law, but is known for his work on immigration. His own biography notes that he came to the U.S. as a child as an undocumented immigrant before later becoming a citizen. Now, the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office in Rhode Island won't say what the raid was about, what it was focused on, only that it was court authorized. This raid appears to have been in the works before Donald Trump became president and began the crackdown on illegal immigration. Again, these kind of raids are usually built up for some time. Now, we've interviewed Molina Flynn in the past. As we said, he was also a municipal court judge in Central Falls, but the mayor's office there says he has now resigned today. Now, Molina Flynn is not accused of a crime.
So let me just ask you a question. They raided his office. It was probably in the works, as they said, before Trump took office. So either he's doing some illegal shit as an attorney to get them to be legalized citizens, or he's overcharging, or you know what I mean? There's something else behind this.
What, Biden? I'm so sick of this. Oh my God.
What?
Sorry, what did you ask me?
Why do you think they raided this attorney's office? It was said to be in the works before Trump took office.
It had to be because you can't get warrants like in 5 minutes. You have to have investigations. You have to get some sort of proof or evidence in order to get the warrants in order to raid the office. So I don't think this could happen like since January 20th. So
Okay,
obviously there had to be some sort of just cause to
that's what I'm
get a
saying.
warrant.
That's what I'm saying. So the WWE, is that Vince McMahon's wife that's now head of the Department of Education that I thought he was getting rid of?
Is she
Because
still
he's
the
a
nominee for
pedophile
that?
too. Or he's
Oh
a sexual
God.
offender. Well, he's a sexual offender himself. Vince McMahon. He's a piece of shit. Is
Wait,
his
was he
wife.
convicted or did he settle?
He settled. But he was just
Okay.
in court not too long ago, too.
Oh, well, we'll see how well it works out. I mean, we have. Thank you, Marcia. I
I'm
mean,
thinking of
this
IRS
is
too,
so.
because there had to be some financial stuff going on in that office. Uh, Either he was overcharging families, he was doing something illegal for them to raid his office, and now he's resigned as municipal judge. So this has nothing to do with. I'm not going to blame Trump. I'm not blame, but
Mhm.
someone knows something was going on within his offices.
Mm, interesting. Well, hopefully we'll learn more.
So
But where there's smoke,
That's
there's
it, Vince
fire.
McMahon. Who's the guy from the W? Is Vince somebody?
That's
What's
Vince
the?
McMahon.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's him. Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Now he was just. I swore he was just in court, uh, over the summer.
Wait, the WWE lady covered up S
Yep.
crimes against
Yes, she
minors.
did.
Wait, this is the woman that's going to be nominated for education? He paid the women who smeared him. How
Anonymously
nice of
smeared him.
him. Oh.
Anonymously. Don't forget, anonymously smeared him. But they had everything that everything was documented. Her name and
Oh,
all.
how did he know who to pay if they were anonymous?
They brought it up. Oh my God, Debbie, you didn't watch that confirmation. Well,
I
the
watched some
questioning.
of it.
Yeah,
It just got very annoying and I had to walk away.
I can't anymore. Every day is something new. Of course, it's news, but every single day, the targets, and everybody is going, why? And then you have all of these. I was on TikTok yesterday when I was eating my soup, and you have all of these Hispanics and Latinos that voted for Trump. Now they're saying how not all, some I always say all. People on TikTok are saying that they were lied to. I'm like, what did he lie about? He didn't lie. You just
Oh my
didn't want to hear
God.
it.
I've got to go back and watch Tulsi Gabbard's hearing. I think that'll be funny. What- Oh, that's interesting, Aesop.
So, but the raids are everybody's saying they're illegal.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. Everybody says that they're illegal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how the raids are conducted. Yeah, they were a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Debbie,
Mm-hmm.
let me just play this for a minute because I can't. I'm trying to put it into words. There's a protocol that you have to follow. We all know what protocols are. I hope we do anyway. But there's a protocol that has to be followed.
Making his
Let's just
campaign
listen.
promise to tamp down on illegal immigration a reality. 1,500 active duty military are already being deployed to the southern border, and the administration is considering sending thousands more soldiers, according to our reporting. His early executive actions have ranged from calling for expanded detention centers to effectively suspending asylum laws to try to end birthright citizenship for the American-born children of undocumented immigrants. That last one's already facing legal challenges since birthright citizenship is protected by the 14th Amendment. But to understand how we got here, let's take a step back and look at the numbers. According to Congressional Budget Office estimates, people they consider other foreign nationals, which includes those who entered the U.S. illegally, those whose temporary legal status has expired, and those who are awaiting court proceedings, they marginally went up and down during the first Trump administration.
But on former President Biden's watch, that population increased every year by 850,000 in 2021, 2 million in 2022, 2.4 million in 2023, and 1.8 million in 2024. Now, unlawful crossings did fall after Mexican government cracked down on migrants, and the Biden administration added asylum restrictions last summer. But the Trump administration wants aggressive action, and communities across the country are bracing for ICE raids. That includes Chicago's predominantly Latino neighborhood of Little Village, where officials told Bloomberg that foot traffic is down 50%, and advocates are handing out Know Your Rights flyers. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security says locations that were once off limits to raids, like schools, hospitals, and places of worship, are now fair game. And some
These are now fair game. Schools, hospitals, and places of worship.
Police departments, including in Chicago and Las Vegas, have vowed not to assist with immigration enforcement if a crime has not been reported. But the Justice Department says that could be grounds for prosecution.
So what might these raids look like, especially given the non-compliance on the local level? Joining us now is John Sandwig. He's a former acting ICE director. He served in the Obama administration. John, thank you very much for joining us. Just before the election, Tom Homans, the current ICE director, told 60 Minutes that there are not going to be mass roundups. There's not going to be concentration camps. He's heard all the scary language. It's ridiculous. So what is the reality, as someone who's been in the job that he's currently in? When you go out and you make raids and you find somebody, what happens? What's it like, the raid itself, and then the aftermath?
Yeah, Tony, I think it's important to kind of break this down to the traditional way that ICE does business, where all the resources, that are applied to immigration enforcement come from the Department of Homeland Security. And what it looks like the administration is planning, because I think those are two dramatically different things. Traditionally, what ICE does is ICE starts looking at the criminal justice system. We look for targets, individuals who have been convicted of a serious crime, who for some reason or another escaped ICE's grasp as they went through jails or prisons. What then ICE does is kind of builds a target list. We go out and knock on doors and try to find those individuals. When they're apprehended, they're put in detention, and then they go through the immigration court. But we've never seen anything like what's going on here, Tony, where the administration is going to kind of use all the resources of the entire federal government, including the military, to supplement DHS resources and do things kind of like what we've heard about, enlisting border alcohol and tobacco firearms, ATF agents, DEA agents, kind of signing up sheriff's offices across the country, and then building mass detention centers on military bases. This is going to be a completely different type of immigration enforcement.
So, John, advocates locally are handing out Know Your Rights flyers. They're trying to arm undocumented immigrants with some kind of defense. But
so what do we think?
What do we think about what?
Schools, churches, and hospitals are now fair game. They can go into a hospital, they can go into a school, they can go into a place of worship and do these raids. Nothing is sacred, nothing is safe. So, yeah, I understand what Party Rock said. Why Siwa is talking to her child. I think everybody should talk to their kids, because that could be traumatic to see this stuff happen. It really can. And it's sad where we're at right now, but the illegals, the criminals, need to go. And I'm not going to say that they're committing all these crimes. Hell no. Most crimes are committed by fucking Americans.
Sorry about that. I got bumped out.
No, that's okay. Most crimes are committed by Americans. So we're not going to say that because you're illegal that you're committing all these crimes, because that's not true. But that's what's being perpetrated, that the illegals, that most crimes are committed by illegal immigrants, which is not true. Debbie?
Yes?
What do you have to say, ma'am?
Me?
Yeah.
Deport them. Deport them. If they're not supposed to be here, deport them.
So I just looked it up. undocumented immigrant offending rate lower than the U.S. born citizen rate. And this is from the National Institute of Justice.
But that's not new information. We've known that for several years, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But the way they're making it sound like, you know,
Aha, there you go. Words are powerful. And certain people have learned how to use words in order to twist a narrative. Am I against deporting people? No. If you have committed a crime, either here or overseas, and you're in this country illegally, then you should go. Unless you have, what is it? Not sanctuary. What do they apply for?
asylum.
Asylum. Unless you're going through that asylum process, and until you are officially adjudicated, yay or nay. If you is yay, you stay. If it's nay, you go. Like, let it. What's so wrong with allowing the judicial process to go through? And if they like, I have no problems with the criminals that they are deporting.
None at all.
None.
Now, what
And
about
that
the
is an
cases?
everyday occurrence in this
Yep.
country.
What about the cases that are in court right now pending? Are we trying to work to throw those out to get them out of here? The ones that went through
But
that.
that's not the American way. If they're already in the court system, let them have their day in court. Isn't that what, like, every person is innocent until proven guilty.
Yep.
Every person is right to be judged by their peers. Like, it can't be convenient. Like, we can't pick and choose who gets this. If they are already in the court system, let them be processed. If maybe they create a special docket to expedite just those people, get their cases heard, and move them through. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
damn.
know.
Drea says all the illegals from China get to stay because they won't take them back. So they are free and clear to stay. So that is my question, because we have
Mhm,
illegal immigrants from everywhere, just not Mexico, just not
mhm.
Venezuela. I mean, from every country.
But when are we going to focus on the European illegal immigrants?
Thank you. So
Or
they're
do we not
targeting
have
black
any of
and brown
those?
people. Hi,
Mm.
Riley. They're targeting black and brown people.
Oh well.
Did you say, oh, well?
Oh well. Yeah. Oh well. I got someplace to go.
Exactly, Exactly, Snuggle.
What does
Exactly,
Snuggle say?
Snuggle.
Because I can't see it.
She says
Hmm.
the bad part of Biden's immigration policies is the
Hmm.
illegal immigrants do horrible crimes and let out of jail because of
Hmm.
his sanctions. That's the problem. Send
Because of his
those
what?
back and leave
Uh-huh.
working families here.
Yep, I think we're saying the same thing. Like, if they're a criminal, prosecute them,
Yep.
send them back. But rounding up former military, unless they've committed a crime, um, I now I
Well, how did you
understand
serve in the
why
military if you're an illegal immigrant? How did you serve in the
I didn't
military?
know that could happen,
It
but
didn't happen. They picked up a U.S. veteran because he's Hispanic.
um, well, look, now I understand in Representative Frost's warning signs, like if you're in a hospital, I didn't realize that they could go into schools and hospitals now.
They just said it. He said all of
Yeah.
those are now fair game. Schools, hospitals, and churches.
Well,
Can you imagine
whoever.
all of these Latino communities, Hispanic communities? They're in the
Well,
Catholic
it's
Church.
not just them. It's the Caribbean community too.
It's the what?
It's the Caribbean community too.
But they're not
And
going out.
if
They're
oh,
going.
they will. because we are Latino and people of color. So we'll be next.
That's what I was saying. The black and browns. That's what I was saying.
Hmm.
They're targeting.
So it's interesting. It's very interesting. Um, and this is the first week. Wow. Good job.
Yep, we got illegal Russians over here. I'm seriously, the Europeans are illegal too. Why aren't we going after them?
Look.
You know what? I'm done with this. A Puerto Rican veteran at that, and an American.
Oh dear. What a
They actually
what
shot
an
out. Wait a minute. Did
appreciation.
you see the one where they shot out this guy's tires? Well, not shot out,
Huh?
stabbed his tires to keep him from leaving. And he is a legal citizen because of his skin color.
Who's paying for those tires?
Debbie, this is out of fucking control now.
And
And
it's the
then
first
yesterday,
week.
we had white supremacist groups that were marching in DC. I hope they had their
Mhm.
permits. I'm sure they did.
I'm sure they did. DC, they're really tough on that. So I'm sure that they have their permits for peaceful protests.
Now, I wanted to show you guys this, and I'm really just I'm actually speechless at what's going on right now. I know they think they're doing, if you have a targeted list, use that list. I want to show you guys this. I saw this yesterday on Instagram, and I want to show you this.
Citizen, fuck you. Fuck you.
Who are you?
Fuck you, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you racist piece of shit. No, this motherfucker told me to go back to China. Fuck you, piece of shit. You did, Julia. Gotta get knocked the fuck out.
This white man told this Chinese guy to go back to China.
Sir, I have to drive off, man. Security's over here. Don't waste your time, man. Come on. Fuck you, you racist piece of shit. No.
Probably your daddy won't come out the house. I'm gonna put that in the chat. They might be watching.
Just hurry up, man. Come on.
They deported a Portuguese
piece of fucking shit.
I'm sorry, sir.
He told him to go back to China.
You fucking racist piece of shit.
This has been going on every day.
When I start talking about Trump.
Every day.
A federal judge is already telling one of Donald Trump's January 6 insurrectionists, not so fast. So let me tell you about Judge Amit Mehta. He's a U.S. District Court judge, a federal judge in Washington, D.C. He has been incredible throughout this process in sentencing these January 6 insurrectionists. So this morning, Amit Mehta released an order for the January 6 insurrectionists that Donald Trump commuted the sentences of, not pardoned, but commuted the sentences of, like Stuart Rhodes and other Oath Keepers. Here's what Amit Mehta said. He said, if you want to travel to the United States Capitol or into Washington, D.C., you still need to get my permission. You are not free just yet. And just to quickly remind you, this right here is Stuart Rhodes. He was convicted of seditious conspiracy against the United States, sentenced to 18 years in prison until his sentence was commuted by Donald Trump. He's the founder of the Oath Keepers, and that eye patch, he pew-pewed himself by accident. So it's nice to see that even when Donald...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Debbie, did you know he shot himself? I don't know where Debbie went again. But anyway... He pew-pewed himself. All right, I'm gonna play this and I gotta go.
Donald Trump does these horrific, dangerous moves like letting these criminals back onto the street, that we still have judges in the federal judiciary who are saying, not so fast, you still need to listen to me. My name is Brett here with Midas Touch. Remember to hit follow to stay up to date on all the updates.
Thank you, Brad. I saw that yesterday and I was like, wait a minute. That's why I saw that at. But anyway, no, that's been, they'll tell you go back to Africa, go back here. I never visit Africa a day in my damn life. Nor does my family trace back there, but that's okay. But they say racist shit all the time. Come on now. Debbie keeps dropping herself. I don't know what the hell. Debbie, what are you doing? Debbie, what are you doing? Debbie? I don't know what's going on with Debbie. But guys, be vigilant. I'm serious. Um, Debbie, are you there? I was actually going, I need to get gas, right? And let me tell you how sick this is. I will not go. And I got here pretty late yesterday. And just the thought of all of this shit that's going on, even right here in Spokane, I see a lot of road rage going on right now. And it's crazy. People are driving ridiculously crazy. This is normally a quiet area, very quiet. And for the stuff that's going on, everybody's talking about the raids. You have some that's agreeing the raids are good. You have a lot of people saying, I agree with getting the illegal immigrants out. Don't ever the criminals that have done some of the most heinous crimes, that go to jail, get released, and they're still allowed to stay in this country. They don't need to be here. I thought if you were convicted of a crime and if you weren't an American citizen, you should be deported after you served your time. You should be taken straight from jail to a detention center to be deported, not let out and then trying to find you again so you can go to trial. I mean, so they can pick you up. You committed a crime, you do your time, you need to be taken straight to a detention center. Straight to a detention center. There should be no reason why you are allowed out of jail, get in a car, and go wherever you're going with your family, your friends, or whatever. There's no reason for it. If you committed a crime in the United States, you were convicted, you served your time, take them directly to a detention center and deport them.
That happened to a friend of mine.
Huh?
Way back in the day. That happened to a friend of mine.
And that's what I
Way
thought
back
we
in the
did,
day.
Debbie.
Yeah.
That's what I thought we
Yeah.
did.
He was convicted, he served his time, and when it was done, like he didn't even go to a detention center. If you call he got out, they were waiting for him. There was a van, and they took him directly to the airport. There was no detention center.
Oh, I thought we sent them to the detention centers so they can be
No,
deported.
well, again, my friend, this was way like I was still living in New York. This was late. This had to be the early 90s. Yeah, my friend would like there was no wait time right after he got out of prison. Took him to JFK and sent him back home.
And we're not doing
So
that.
maybe there's
Well, we're
well
doing
maybe
it. You
there's
don't
more
hear about it.
now.
If we're doing it, we don't hear about
Mhm.
it. But that's what I thought we did.
It is what we do. It is what we do. Every day that happens.
And then I know if you're accused of a crime,
Mm-hmm.
and you're an illegal immigrant, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times they want to hold you for trial. No, deport them. Get them out. Why waste our
But
taxpayer dollar? Which I know they want justice. I get that. I understand that. I get it. But if you're accused of a heinous crime, yeah, serve your
yeah.
time. No parole. Soon as you finish your sentence, put them on a plane. Get them out.
Yeah, I mean, Like I said, I've known somebody who's gone through that. So that
Well, a friend of
it is
mine's
what it is.
actually in New York.
Hmm.
A friend of mine, I'm not going to call her name, but she married this guy,
Hmm.
and he was illegal and trying to do all the. He came here, shit still wasn't right, and they deported him.
Mm. Oh, good point, Ryan. Juicy Joe, Judice
Oh
got
yeah, he
deported
did,
after jail. Yeah,
but he was allowed to go home, wasn't he?
go home. Go
Oh
home where?
no, no, he went straight to the detention place right until he was able to have his hearing. He didn't go home.
Because he was fighting it. He
Yeah,
was fighting it. He had the money to fight it. My friend did not. My friend did not. But again, it's different times. Like Juicy Joe is relatively recent to my friend who this happened
but why didn't
to.
he just become an American citizen? He been here all his life.
Mhm. Oh, and another thing too. But he was like a legal resident or whatever. He had a green card, just like my friend did. They were legal residents here, just not citizens. But even if my friend had like gained citizenship, e- citizenship in the United States is a privilege, and it can be taken away from naturalized citizens like myself.
Yep, my daughter-in-law
So,
became an American citizen.
right.
She's from, oh shit. Isn't that bad? She
And
came here.
Antigua?
Antigua, yes. She came
Yeah.
here, went to school. She was on a school thing, and then she did her all the stuff she had to do. I remember when she
Mhm.
was sworn in, she was so excited. And she said that damn test is hard.
It is hard. You have to know your civics. It is hard. I didn't have to take it because I was a minor when I got my citizenship, but my mom had to
Yeah, but
take
they
it.
don't teach civics in school anymore.
Back when I was little, they did. Yeah.
I know they
Because
taught
my
civics, they
mom
taught
asked me for
economics.
help.
They don't teach that shit. I don't think they teach geography anymore in school, to be honest.
No, I don't think so.
I know they don't teach. I had to take world history. We had civics, and
Hmm.
I don't think they
We had
teach
social
any
studies,
and social
civics,
studies. Yes.
home economics,
Yeah, yeah. I had it, so I took typing. I didn't need home ec.
driving.
I did driving in
I
Louisiana.
oh, I did
I
not
had a
take home
permit when I was
economics, but
14,
I
almost
did
15.
typing. Yeah.
Yeah. But when
Hmm.
we went to Texas, then I couldn't get my license in Texas until I was 16. So I had to wait.
Shop class. You remember shop class? I never
Yep.
got shop
I had
class
shop
though.
class, but I didn't do any work in shop. I had the guys do it for me. Uh-huh.
Oh man, all the good classes.
The test easy if
Mm-mm.
you know your history. Yeah, but
Hmm.
she knows it, but she said she was surprised how people actually pass that test because you really have to study. And she was really,
Hmm.
really nervous about that test.
Yep.
Damn. So if you're here illegally, please try to get your shit in order. If you're working, and people are saying that illegal immigrants don't pay taxes. The criminals
They
don't.
do.
The
They
criminals don't.
do.
I'm talking about the criminals. The
Hmm.
criminals don't.
And
But
that's
yes,
going to
they
take a
do.
severe hit to our economy if we don't have their tax revenue. But okay. Mm-mm.
Oh, she just became a citizen. Okay. Raleigh said, my concern is if you circumvent the Constitution for this, what stops them from circumventing it for Americans as a whole? Riley, you made a statement that your dad won't come out the house. I don't know if I should be asking you this or not.
Don't.
I'm not.
Don't. Mm-mm.
I got a feeling I know the answer to it.
But even like I'm speaking for myself as a naturalized citizen in this country, right?
Hmm.
I am nervous. I every time I leave the house, I wonder, like, should I be taking documents? Should I be taking my passport, my naturalization paper? No, let me keep it in the safe, just in case. But what if, what if? And I'm here in Florida by myself. I don't have any other family around me. My closest family is in New York. So I am concerned because I do look Hispanic and I'm in a red state and I'm a naturalized citizen. It goes through my head every day. And when I travel, I am even more nervous. So,
So you're actually nervous right now.
yes, because I do know that my naturalized status is a privilege that can be revoked.
Okay, but Debbie, okay, let's just
Mhm.
say that your status is revoked. You have a home to go to. I'm
And
saying,
that's why I'm like, okay,
yeah,
but
but I'm
what
saying
about,
no.
like,
What I'm
and to
saying
what
is,
Riley says?
yeah, but I'm
Mhm.
saying, but the families that don't have some place to
But
go.
but here's the thing, right? To what Riley says, it's and it's with that 14th Amendment, the Birthright Amendment. As I mentioned at the top of the show, that amendment was to clearly state that Black people, former slaves
Yep,
who are born in this country, are actually citizens
citizens.
of
Yep.
this country. So when you try to take away that, saying, oh, it's just for birthright citizenship, no. So you're lumping in a whole population, generations of Black people who are in this country. Now their status is in question. Where are they supposed to go? I know where my navel string is buried. But the
That's what I'm talking about.
majority of Black people in America, yeah, they gave, oh, and now I realize why my mother hated that term, African American, because my mother is part of the diaspora, yes. But my mother said, I's a Bajan. I'm from Barbados. I don't know nothing about Africa. And I was like, Mama, you a former slave from Africa. And we would get into these heated discussions. She knew where she was from. Y'all know where y'all are from. And I'm talking about Black Americans. Y'all know where y'all are from. If that 14th Amendment falls, where are y'all from?
Wait a
What is
minute.
your status?
Wait a minute, Denver. Ryan Reynolds, I can't tell you how many times I've been labeled a racial slur by someone in Biden's America. Does that mean Biden agrees with that or pushes that? No, it doesn't. Snuggle Bunny, I don't think they'll do a sweep either, with the exception of the criminals. What they've been doing, they've done a sweep. They just hit New Jersey hard, Newark, and they only got 3.
I think the difference between Biden's mass deportations and this one is that there was a a level of comfort in the judiciary that is not there for me now. And bit by bit, the foundations of what this country was built on is being chipped away. So the comfort, not the comfort, but the belief in the system was there several administrations ago. It's not there now. The guardrails held during 45. They know how to mash those guardrails down. And that is why I'm concerned.
You're making me scared. Okay, here's the 14th Amendment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and the state therein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the law. So, if you were an illegal immigrant and you had a baby in the United States, they are a U.S. citizen. Representatives shall be apportioned among the several states according to the prospective numbers. So, but when the right to vote at any election for the choice of electors or president, blah, 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 if is denied to any male inhabitants of such state being 21 years of age or any way abridged, except for participation, rebellion, or other crime, the basis of representation therein shall be reduced the proportion which the number of such male citizens shall bear to the whole number. Oh, they're talking about joining the military. So that was the statement right here, is what we're looking at. What I'm talking about. All persons born, doesn't matter if your parents are illegal immigrants, if you're born in the United States, you are a citizen. But when Obama was in office, he had a law out for parents of kids that were born in the U.S.
You mean the DACA executive order?
Yes, that was thrown out, right?
Um,
Didn't Trump
DACA is
reverse
still
that when
up
he
in
took
the
off?
air.
I thought
DACA
he
is still
reversed
up,
that when the first time he was in office.
right, but then it went to court. So injunctions happen because those DACA kids are still here.
Okay. Anyway, I'm just so sick of this, and I don't even want to watch the news. But we were talking about it yesterday at work. Oh, they're rolling it back because Debbie,
Uh-huh.
they're not rolling it back. They're actually, some people are actually dancing around some of it. They're rolling back. They want to do diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay, it's not like, you have to have, I'm trying to see how can I explain this. They're thinking that minorities were getting more advantages than whites. Okay, all that means is when you do diversity, equity, and inclusion, you're training your employees. You're training them.
Listen, to me, it sounds like
You're training
a
them to
bunch
take
of
other.
people,
Yes,
a section of people were upset that they were no longer given preferential treatment because of another section of people, when in truth and fact, it was just evening out the playing field.
that's
But
all
then
they were
like that.
doing.
Because if and that was confirmed for me with what happened to Vivek Ramaswamy. When he said what he said, the MAGA people got upset. And they were like, wait, I didn't vote for y'all to bring over a bunch of Indians to take my good white jobs that I'm not qualified for. And so that's why I just think this is all a joke. This
They're
is all a joke.
confusing that with affirmative action is what they're doing.
But he rolled back something for equal rights back to 1965 Equal Rights Amendment. Like
Yes.
that's going down the crapper too. Like I cannot understand. I cannot. Anyway,
They're saying that it's
good luck to
anti-bias
y'all.
training, and I'm trying to understand. And they're trying to say that it's systematic racism. I'm like, how are you getting that? How are they getting that?
Okay. you twist things to make it seem like, oh my God, this is just so ridiculous. I'm looking through all of the executive orders that he has issued. I swear he likes to waste paper,
But I'm
honestly,
saying, how are you saying this is systematic racism?
because
You're
again,
giving people an opportunity to be trained, to train for better positions. Better. How is that systematic racism? You're giving them an equal chance.
yep, yep.
But and now
DEI
they're trying
just
to go
means that you can't discriminate them because of who they are.
in the interviews. Okay, when I conduct an interview, okay, I'm not looking at, and even when I do incentives, okay, so when I give somebody an increase, it's based on their performance, okay, and if we set, so let's say we already set our goals for this year. You have to complete this and this training. You have to do this and this. If you do all of that, you pick what you want to train in. It's merit based, but he's thinking it's discrimination, and it's not. It's not systematic racism. You're giving everybody an equal chance across the board. When I interview people, I look at your qualifications. I don't look at you, oh, well, I need to bring, I'm looking at your qualifications. I'm looking at your qualifications, education, schooling, whatever. And if you have a little more schooling than someone else and it plays into the role that I'm looking for, okay, you're going to be at the top of the pile. I don't care what your color is. I'm the only black in my department. As far
To
as
me,
in my group, I have
mhm.
8 people. I'm the only black. I've interviewed black, Hispanic, whites, it doesn't matter. I look at your qualifications for the job, your interaction with me, your interaction with the team. Because not only that, I have 3 people on my team to actually interview as well. And then we come together as a collective because we take notes and we decide the best for the job. Even though the decision is going to be mine, I get their feedback too.
Look, in my opinion, right? This is just my opinion. But if you don't like DEI and you don't think that that's a good idea, in my opinion, it's because you don't have the skills in which to compete on an equal playing field, and you think that you are owed something. You're threatened because of who you're competing against. And that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Either you're good enough to get the job or you're not. It's just very odd to me that for many, many years, people were discriminated against in this country
I
and
can
many
say
other
he's
countries.
discriminating against minorities and women. And I say that freely. He is. Because if you think
Well,
about it,
it was okay. But then when things were put into place to say, no, we can no longer do that, all of a sudden it's a problem. And you have to look at the people who think that that is a problem. Why isn't everybody afforded the same opportunities?
you know
But
what? We got 4 years. Look, four
mhm.
years. Then after that, Vance is going to run. Uh, we got Pete Hegseth in charge of the Department of Defense. can't. I can't. Who never made it past in '04, and all the time he spent in the military. Get the
Mhm.
fuck out of here. Are you? Are we serious? But this is what you want. You want yes men. You want people that's going to suck up to you and tell you what you want to hear. You don't want people that's going to help you run this country.
But you wanted to know why I said Hegseth or whatever his name
Exile. Yeah.
is the perfect person for the
Yeah,
job.
he fits in well, with all the pussy grabbers and everything else. I
Right,
am
but
just
when you take away programs like DEI, this is what you get.
so they took down the woman's page. What else did he take down, Debbie? You never finished.
Yeah, from what I remember what they said, the women's page, the LGBTQ, AI and DEI and defunded cancer research. I can't remember what else. Oh, and he put up his new video. It's really interesting.
I didn't
I
see
say
his
have a
new
look at it.
video. Do you have his new
Oh my
video?
God.
So
It
the
reminded me of like a Schwarzenegger
LGBTQIA,
movie.
huh?
Hmm. It reminded me of a Schwarzenegger movie, like
He
way
put
back
up
in the
an
day.
infomercial
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
website.
yeah.
I didn't see it.
Hold on, let me
I
see if I can
didn't.
find it. I
I've been
saw it,
busy.
was it yesterday?
I've been busy. He's a good look. Denver, my
Mm-hmm.
parents employed illegals for the most part on our dairy growing up. They provided housing and good pay for their jobs. So Debbie did ask, and when are they going to go to the dairy farmers? I'm just done with all of this. I really am.
Oh, here it is. As soon as you
Can you
go
drop
on,
it in the private chat, please? Or you can drop
go
it
to
on Instagram and I'll grab it.
I had to drop out. Go to whitehouse.gov. It's the first thing you see when you open
Hold
it up.
on. Whitehouse.gov. Okay, hold on. Whitehouse.gov. Oh my God, this is the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let me.
Oh, look, our priorities is committed to lowering costs for all Americans, securing our borders, unleashing American energy dominance, restoring peace through strength, and making all Americans safe and secure once again. Yay.
Is this what you're talking about?
Mm.
Oh, it froze. I guess it doesn't want me. Are we serious?
I think there's a long form to it as well.
Hold on. America is back. Okay. Let me try this again.
Mhm.
Whitehouse.gov. Okay. Okay, it's not playing now.
Refresh the page and see.
Executive actions. Enforcing the Hyde Amendment, the first 100 a historic action to kick off American, removing barriers to American leadership. President, what? The classification. Oh, yeah, they declassified John F. K. and Martin Luther King's assassination. I forgot about that.
Okay, I just noticed something. Okay, look. Under his what is this? His priorities, right? After all of the immigration crap, it's make America affordable and energy dominant again. And it's all these bullet points in one, two, three, four, five,
Here it is.
six.
Ending illegal
Um,
discrimination and restoring merit based on opportunity. That's what he's calling getting rid of the DEI right there.
right, but it's very interesting because under Make America Affordable Again, the first six bullet points are about energy. It's not um about kitchen table priorities. So this tells me that he's in the back pocket of fossil fuel companies. And we're regressing back. We're not moving forward. We're not being progressive. We're being regressive.
ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and preferencing. Oh my God. Establish America's first policy director, Secretary of State, protecting the United States from foreign terrorists. You are a terrorist, but you're not foreign. Unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential, protecting the American people against invasion. We've been invaded. Are we serious?
Yeah.
Temporary withdrawal of all areas on the outer continental shelf from offshore wind leasing and review of the federal government's leasing and permitting practices for wind projects. Oh my God. Declaring a national energy emergency, restoring accountability for career senior executives, restoring the death penalty and protecting public safety. Did the death penalty go away?
No, it's still there, but Biden pardoned all but three or four
Three of them, I
of those
think.
who were currently on death row. And he didn't pardon, he just like gave them life in prison.
Yep.
And the three or four that he did not do anything for, I think they were found guilty of terrorist acts against the United
Here is the
States or
one:
something like that.
holding former government officials accountable for election interference and improper disclosure of sensitive governmental information.
Well, he should be the first to, never mind.
Withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization.
Already done it.
Application of Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversaries Control Applications Act to TikTok.
Useless.
Girl, wait a minute.
But you'll know
That's
that
why
Apple and
Biden gave
Google,
them
but wait, hold on. With regards to TikTok, you'll notice that Apple and Google have really protected themselves. They've kept a escape a back door for that, because although current users of TikTok have been able to access their accounts again, I don't think new users in the United States can sign up. So to me, that's saying that this is still an
So they
ongoing
have
issue.
75 days from the date of that order.
Mm,
75 days.
very interesting.
75 days. I hereby order the Attorney General not to take any action on behalf of the United States to enforce the act for 75 days from the date of this order, to permit my administration an opportunity to determine the appropriate course of action with respect to TikTok. Now, he wants 50% of TikTok. United States wants.
But here's the thing. There's a law on the books already. So what do they have to figure out?
I don't know, but he's going to
The
find.
law is there. The TikTok
Oh,
knows what it has to do per the parameters of the law. So again, basic civics.
yeah. And here's the hiring freeze. This
Mhm,
nurse, I saw this. She was offered a
mhm,
job at the VA in Virginia.
mhm,
They sold their house, bought a house there,
mhm,
and now they were moving from Fort Worth to, wait a minute, was it Fort Worth to San Antonio or San Antonio to Fort? I can't remember. But
mhm,
because of the hiring freeze, they
mhm.
rescinded that woman's job offer.
Wow. And the VA needs all the help that it can get.
Yep. And they forget that Donald Trump was the one that didn't want TikTok.
But isn't he all for the veterans? Why would you put a hiring freeze on the VA? I'm just asking. Don't you want to support your veterans?
And here's the one: heads of all departments and agencies, this is federal, in the executive
Mhm,
branch of government shall, as soon as practicable, Lord have mercy, take all necessary steps to terminate remote work arrangements and require employees to return to work in person at their respective duty stations on a full-time basis.
mhm.
restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. When did we lose our freedom of speech?
We didn't. A lot of it is
Girl,
just
look at this
googly
one.
glop.
Flying the flag of the United States at full staff on inauguration day.
Oh my
So
God.
let's say he dies. Okay. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just say he
Mm-hmm.
dies.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say that a woman becomes president.
Mm-hmm.
And shall we fly the flag at full staff? Of course.
Um, if she is a Democrat, no, because the Democrats like to observe
Girl, I can't.
manners and
These are the
and
executive orders he
norms.
did.
Yeah, a lot of them are just wasted paper because there are already laws and amendments there on the book. It's as if he doesn't know his constitution or the laws of the land or whatever. But okay.
In the closing weeks of 2020 presidential campaign, at least 51 former intelligence officials coordinated with the Biden campaign to issue a letter discrediting the reporting that President Joseph R. Biden's son had abandoned his laptop at a computer repair business. Signatories of the letter falsely suggested that the news story was part of the Russian disinformation campaign. What?
Okay, so why are we going back to that when that's already been adjudicated
Because he
and
wants
we've moved on?
revenge. He wants
Um,
revenge.
Again, what does that have to do with the price of eggs, milk, and bread that y'all elected him on?
Girl, this man is going after everybody that went against him. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Effective immediately, the Director of National Intelligence in the Constitution, in
Mm-hmm.
consultation with the Director of the Central Intelligence Agency, shall revoke any current or active clearances held by the following: James Clapper, Michael Hayden, Leon Panetta, Girl, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All of the I'm sorry. Get out of here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do they not see what he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
They
And they're
see, but they
helping
don't
him.
care.
No.
Okay, anyway, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
He said on inauguration day, the flag shall be at full staff. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter if the president is dead or not.
No.
Texas did put it at full staff while he was being inaugurated, and then once it was over with, they put it back to half staff.
They did it in the capital of Florida as well on federal on state buildings. They did it. And the Speaker of the
Hey,
House, as you
Daddy's
know,
disappointment. I didn't see you. I'm sorry, Debbie. Go ahead.
no, the Speaker of the House, he put something through the House so that they could get it raised for 24 hours for the
Okay, so
inauguration.
yeah, so here's the thing.
Oops.
Um, why are we talking about him being on Epstein Island? Why aren't we talking about the brothers whose charges that were just dropped for sexual assaulting and trafficking all these women? I'm sure the people for Abercrombie and Finch will never go to trial. So is Diddy going to get off too? Because him and Donald are really good friends.
Well, we see the buddy buddy with the New York City mayor. He's angling for something. So you never know.
So he's withdrawn. He's gonna. Well, he has withdrawn us from the World Health Organization.
He's also withdrawn us from the Paris Agreement.
He said due to their handling of C-19. No, you handle that. You, Trump.
Right? No, that's not how it happened, Heidi. That's not how it happened. And you
That's
know
how,
it. You were here. That's not
girl.
how it happened.
That's how it
That's
happened. The
not.
man told us to drink bleach.
And so what? Go ahead and drink bleach.
Oh my God. Are you
Mhm.
fucking kidding me? Are we serious?
Yeah.
Debbie, you see, I've been at
Yeah.
work all week. Seriously,
Uh-huh.
I wasn't paying attention. I was listening, as you driving and you listening to the radio, and then
Mm-hmm.
you at work, and I have the news thing that pops up on my
Mm-hmm.
computer. Delivering
Mm-hmm.
emergency price relief for American families and defeating the cost of living crises. Uh huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Oh, the priorities.
Uh huh. Okay. Wait a minute. I hereby order the heads of all executive departments and agencies to deliver emergency price relief consistent with the applicable law. But you're giving Canada and Mexico 25% tariffs that's going to
Mm-hmm.
increase our shit. Are we not? What?
Nobody understands how tariffs work. So I'm done talking about it. I don't care. I'll see you at the grocery store.
Do we not understand that the 25% tariffs that he's putting on Canada and Mexico, and who else was it? Was it China? He's putting these tariffs on. Do you know our
All
price?
foreign imports. All
All
foreign
foreign imports.
imports.
Thank you, but I know they mentioned 2%,
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 specifically. That's going to
Mm-hmm.
increase what we pay.
Really?
Do we not understand this? Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Mm-mm-mm.
go get gas. Look, for a little while anyway. Look, I need to run to the store. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna let y'all know how my experience goes, but I really need to go to the store. I need to gas up my car. Oh my God, I need to take my car to get washed. I got stuff to do today, and I'm just done. Okay, thank you. 25% for Mexico and Canada, and 35% for China.
Mm-hmm.
Do we not
But yet,
understand that
but yet
that's
he wants to roll back the green energy programs that were giving so many jobs to Americans here in the United States. He wants to roll back on those, go back to further development of fossil fuels, which are destructive to our environment. And where are all of the green programs going? Over to China. China
okay?
is the leading producer of green like solar panels. Like, why is that? Why is that?
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
He says that the death
It's
penalty is a
because it's
deterrent
because it,
for crime. No, it's not. No, it's
what was
not.
that? What did you say?
He says
Hmm.
capital punishment is an essential tool for deterring and punishing those who will commit the most heinous crimes and acts of lethal
Hmm.
violence against American citizens. No, it's not. Capital punishment has never been a deterrent, because if it was, we wouldn't have people sitting on death row. Dumbass.
Um, is it a deterrent for him?
I guess
That's
so.
the only question I have. Is it a deterrent for Donald John Trump?
Are you fucking kidding me? The death penalty, life imprisonment has never been a deterrent for any criminal act. What?
Nope.
Am I crazy?
Yes.
I'm done.
Mhm.
Okay, we need to send him back to school. He
Too
said
late
on
for
December
that.
20. Okay, wait a minute. He's not finished. He says,
Mhm.
and on December 23rd, 2024, President Biden commuted the sentences of 37 of the 40 most vile and sadistic rapists, child molesters, and murderers on federal death row.
Mhm.
Okay, remorselessly, criminals who brutalized young children, strangled and drowned their victims, and hunted strangers for sport. He commuted their
Mhm.
sentences, even though the laws of our nations have always been protected victims by applying capital punishment to barbaric acts like theirs. Judges who oppose capital
Mhm.
punishment have likewise discarded the law by falsely claiming that capital punishment is unconstitutional, even though the Constitution explicitly acknowledges the legality of capital punishment. It also states on the death certificate homicide. So, should the people that inject these inmates or firing squads or whatever they're planning on doing, should
Mhm.
they go to jail for committing homicide? Because the death certificate definitely states homicide. If it's not a natural death, it is homicide. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my God. I'm done.
Heidi,
Yes.
Heidi,
Yes.
you going to the grocery store today?
Yes.
Can you tell me how much the price of eggs, bread, and milk are over in your neighborhood? Like
So,
I like brown eggs, extra
Debbie,
large,
stop.
grade
Debbie,
A.
stop.
What? How much? I just want to know how much the price of eggs over by you.
Stop. 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 Step. That I am.
Okay.
They let him write this?
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Like this.
Let me get this right.
Uh-huh.
Let me get this right.
Hmm.
He says, I'm sorry. Okay.
Stop laughing.
Okay, so he didn't pardon um Dylan Roof. Okay, he didn't pardon or he didn't commute his sentence.
Mhm.
Let me see. The people that he said that they were murderers, pedophiles, and I know some of the ones that he pardoned, and
Mhm.
I don't remember seeing anybody on that list, unless I'm crazy, Debbie,
You're crazy.
that were pedophiles. Am I wrong?
Mm. I don't know. I didn't look at it. I just said commute them all. That's it.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I gotta go. I gotta go. So the death penalty is a deterrent. Who told him that?
Hmm. Someone on death row.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
We
I'm
just getting
done.
started. How are you done?
No, I'm done. I'm done. But if he would have pardoned Dylan Roof, who killed, what was it? He killed what? How many people? 9 people. Um,
Mhm.
he didn't pardon whatever that Russian guy's name is, that killed
Mhm.
11 people in Pittsburgh at the Tree of Life Synagogue. Um,
Mhm.
he didn't pardon him, and who else didn't he pardon? I forgot the other guy's name. Where are the pardons for these pedophiles?
Mhm.
I'm gonna look this up, Debbie, because I need to go look at all of these people.
Mhm. And then you can compare them to the people who were pardoned from January 5th or 6th, whatever. I don't
I'm
know.
done. All right, I'm going to the store. I got to get myself together. This shit is crazy. I can't anymore with this. Uh, wait a minute.
Mm.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I
Hmm.
what pedophiles?
You know the pedophile.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. He says so.
I don't know the pedophile.
Yes, you do. He says so. They're right there. All those nasty, mean pedophiles.
Hold on. Let's look.
Hmm.
Let's look. Okay, I'm looking. I see. He did Nina Allen,
Hmm.
conspiracy to defraud financial institution. Kelsey,
Pedophile.
oh, hold on. I want to do the bet. I don't want pardons. I
Hmm.
want commuted sentences. Hold
Hmm.
on. I'm gonna go see.
Hmm.
Because if my president is telling me this, then it must be true.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And if that's what Joe Biden did, I got a problem with that.
Me too.
Okay, hold on. Let's go look. He said it was December. Damn, Joe. December what? 24th? Okay, here we go. December 23rd. He did Shannon Wayne of Texas. That was murder in the first degree. He did Billy Jerome Allen, bank robbery, carry firearm, doing a crime of violence and commit murder. Aquila Barnett, domestic violence, use of firearm. I'm looking for pedophiles. Brandon Lee. Um, oh no, I'm sorry. Those weren't granted. These were acts for clemencies. I want to see the ones that were granted. No, I don't see no pedophiles. I
They're
see
there.
murder, bank robbery,
Hmm.
defrauding a financial institution. I don't see pedophiles.
And these people were not released from prison, right? It's just that
Nope.
they were no longer on death row, but will serve the rest of their life in prison,
In prison. Yep.
incarcerated.
But I don't see no
Yeah,
pedophiles.
you don't have to see it, but it's there.
I'm looking at the charges.
It's there.
I see racketeering, conspiracy to commit murder. I see RICO charges. Um, I see death resulting. This was in Louisiana. I see conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute, serious body harm. I don't see no pedophiles. I see cocaine, 5 kilograms, drug trafficking, um, witness tampering, 3 counts, murder of a witness. I don't see pedophiles. Where are the pedophiles?
I'm so sick of this today. Sorry about that, y'all. I
Okay,
keep
it's
getting
okay.
dropped.
I see murderers. I do see those.
Hmm.
And that's what they petition every president to do. But I don't see any pedophiles, and that's what my concern was. So, okay, they're not getting out of prison. They're spending their life in prison, but I see no pedophiles. I see no charges for pedophilia on here. So where is he getting that from?
He said what he said, and it's there.
I'm gonna drop this
Just
link.
stop
Y'all
looking.
can go check for yourselves because I'm telling y'all there is nothing here about pedophilia. Nothing. And all their charges are there. Okay? All the charges are there. Go all the way down to the end of the page for December 23rd, 2024. Their names, the date that they were sentenced, everything is there. Everything. So you've got someone that's been on death row since 1997. Let's see. 1998. 1998. That's a bank robbery. We haven't killed them yet. 1993, 2002, 1993. So yeah, if they haven't been executed yet, and he was in office when these people were given their sentence, okay. Anyway, I dropped the link. You can go check it out. Is it true the Proud Boys were pardoned? I don't know if they were pardoned or their sentence was commuted. Hold on, let me go check. God damn it. Hold on. Let me check. Let me check. Was the Proud Boys pardoned? Yep. Well, he didn't pardon them. Yeah, he did. He didn't
He did. That was anyone who was
Hold on. It says
incarcerated or charged.
hold on. It says almost 1,600 people convicted in a January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol whose sentences were commuted, or who received full pardons from the president. Oh my God. Enrique Tarot and Stuart Rhodes, they got full pardons. What? Debbie.
Yeah.
OMG. Okay. I'm coming to Canada, Chantel. I'm coming to I'm coming to Canada. Yep, they're out.
Well, that video clip that you showed earlier where the young man was very scared that his father got out, he was all part of that.
Oh my God. All right.
Everybody, they did not go through one by one. He said, fuck it, just pardon them
I don't
all.
believe they should be pardoned either. I think they should be sentences should be commuted, recent, whatever. I don't think they should be pardoned. But now I see why Joe Biden pardoned his son. Although Hunter is a piece of shit. No offense, he is. He's a piece of shit.
He is, but that's that man's son. That's his last remaining child, his last boy child that's alive. And he's going to fight for his kid no matter what. And he waited and at least waited to see the legal system play out before he issued that pardon. If you were president and one of your kids was set up like how that boy was, because if me and you had the same charges against us, we wouldn't have gotten the same judgment.
Oh, come on, rude boy. Okay. I love you guys. This has been yeah, we'll talk about reality tomorrow. Well, this is reality, but fuck. I mean reality TV. I can't no more. I can't.
I'm not going to go through this every weekend. I'm just
Nope.
not, because I made a promise to myself that I am not
Nope, we're
focusing
not.
on this.
Nope, we're not.
And I am just like enjoying my
No,
unreality
but I just
life.
wanted to talk about all of these raids that were going on.
Hmm.
16 weren't pardoned from no, 16 of them weren't, but most of them, the head dogs or the head honchos seemed like they were pardoned. There's the article right there with the list of names, and I'm done.
And with all of those pardons, they now have it in their head.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm gonna check. I'm gonna snap pictures of the prices of shit. And Debbie, you want to know the prices of
Ready?
eggs, right? Debbie, I don't know what's going on with Debbie's internet today, but yeah. And thank you everyone who was sending me. I showed up at Chicago. Thank you everyone for sending me the links. Ben said he had lifts on. Oh God. Yeah, he's not that tall. But Baron Trump has grown up. Um Wait a minute. He actually changed the Gulf of Mexico's name to the Gulf of America. I gotta quit my job. I need to follow all of this. He changed the Gulf of America. I mean the Gulf of Mexico to the. Wait a minute. Trump administration announced the official renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America and Alaska's Denali to Mount McKinley, fulfilling a campaign promise. Debbie, is this true?
I heard about it, yeah. And yeah, the
He didn't
Gulf of
change the
Mexico
name,
is
did
now
he
the Gulf
really?
of America.
Okay,
He's
he did
trying.
change the name. It's an official name change.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, so Mount Rushmore, is that going to be now Mount Trump?
Sure, why not? Sounds good.
I'm gonna start looking overseas. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be moving. I got to get my visa. I'm done. I'm done. Debbie, I can't. I can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh my goodness. I'm done. I'm done. I love you guys. Guess the schools need to buy new maps with money he plans to cut from the department. Girl, I wonder if they can spell education. I'm done. I love you guys. I'm out of here. I gotta go to the store. Uh Savage is going live at 2 o'clock. Well, shit. What time is Savage live? Hold on. 2 o'clock my time? I think it was 2 o'clock my time. Um, can somebody drop Savage's link, please, 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 please? And I know Bambi was talking about domestic violence. I'm gonna listen for a bit. Um, Savage speaks. Savage is going live today at 11 o'clock my time. Okay. I gotta go because I need to get in Savages Live. Well, not get in there, but I need to be back so I can be in there. So I will see you guys later. But Savage is going live at 11 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern, and 12 o'clock Central. I mean, 1 o'clock Central. God damn, my time is all off. Debbie, she's not there.
Yes, ma'am.
All
I'm
right.
here.
Uh, just stay there for a second. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Tomorrow is going to be a happier day. Bye, guys.